Michael P. Mahone entered the waiting room. Who is Michael P. Mahone?
He does Facebook rankings, like sports and things like this. It's like the whoever wins in the end of the year.
Let's see how this goes.
He's
Oh
he's
boy.
busy, always busy working on the rankings, like sports and things like this.
This could be weird.
Yeah.
All right, YouTube,
Michael P.
Steam,
Mahone, that's the guy
and
that's Facebook rankings.
okay. Let's see what's going on here. All right, we can close that. And let's just pause that because I don't need to watch this whole schmoigel on YouTube. Yeah, we'll just close that whole tab. There we go. I will trust that it is streaming on YouTube right now without having to watch it. All right. Brandon, do you want to intro us and read us in?
Okay. Well, let's do this thing. Here we go. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. I'm Brandon Houck. We've got Imogen Cookie Bailey here. We've got Frankie McDonald here. And I believe we might have another guest here as well. Maybe. And welcome to the Friday Night Trivia, where we ask you some most ridiculous questions. We try to answer them, and sometimes we're really bad at it, and other times we're actually really good at it. And I think tonight I have a chance of being 100% all the way through tonight. So we'll see how that goes. So yes, we are here, Friday Night Trivia on a Friday night. It is, well, 34 degrees here in southern Alberta. It's probably not as hot in Victoria, BC, and Sydney, Nova Scotia. And we're going to head over to Sydney, Nova Scotia, where Frankie McDonald's been waiting very patiently for his spiel of the night outside of Dooley's.
And yeah, so when does the Base Guy Show return?
When is October?
20.
October 18th, 2024.
So close. So close.
Brandon, how is I have to know, you went to Nickelback. You admitted this, you were planning it. I'm
Oh, yeah.
confused by this, but how was it?
Oh, it was awesome. There was fire. There was firecrackers that popped and the whole stadium went boom. And it made me jump 5 times. And yeah, it was, they could put on a show. Yeah, they can. Wow.
That's fantastic. So, okay, so that was you had a good time. They put on an entertaining show and they did a good job and I don't get it.
They did a good job rocking out. That's what they did.
Well, that's fantastic. Okay. Michael P. Mahone, are you here? I see a name, but nothing here. You want to turn your camera on? No? Okay, gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, and then what else did I do?
That means
Oh yeah,
Michael P. Mahone, the guy that's Facebook rankings.
he does. Facebook. We have to rank him on this show tonight. So how would you rank him?
That's Michael P. Mahone.
Yeah, he's as far as an appearance goes, that was a fail. So sorry. Yeah,
0
that's zero. Bottom
out
of
of
the
10.
bottom of the Friday Night Trivia rankings. No camera, no microphone, no participation. Not here. He'll be edited out of the final cut.
Absent.
Yes.
I'll mark him down as absent from the attendance sheet, you know.
Yep. So
That's right.
what was you had a pretty wild weekend. You went to the Stampede, you saw Nickelback, which is still a very strange thing to say out loud. I what was it like? What's the highlights? How was the Stampede? What'd you do? Did you ride a bull?
Oh, I rode a roller coaster that's called Outlaw. That was a fun little roller coaster. And
Yeah.
then I actually saw another country music artist that now this is funny because I walked into the BMO Center where they've
Trey's on his way back to Austin.
Oh, good.
so So yeah, they had this whole new
Trey's on his
BMO.
way back to Austin, Texas.
Oh, that's awesome.
Perfect. Can't wait to see him.
So they had this whole new BMO center
That
here.
means what year did the Base Guy show started?
2002.
2013.
Oh, okay. You were closest without going over. Price is Right rules, man. Bob Barker knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Okay, roller coaster, outlaw, crazy bull riding, bullfighting, weird antics with lots of things going on. Continue.
Oh yeah.
Do this.
So yeah, I walked into the BMO center, and there's this lady over here getting her picture taken, and she's in like this cheerleading outfit. I was like, oh, okay. She's getting her picture taken in front of the statue.
Are
I'm
you?
heading back to Dooley's now. See you soon. Bye. for now.
Okay, see you soon.
We're coming by, Frankie. Frank Enstein for the win.
Frankenstein. So yeah, I walk into the BMO center as the girl's taking this picture with this statue there.
Yeah.
And I almost walked right into the picture. I was so close, but I was nice about it. But I should have walked into that picture. I should have.
Yes.
Because as I was walked by, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. That's neat. Walked up the went up the escalator up to the wine garden where they have a lot of wine there for $13 glasses of wine. So that was very nice. Very
Okay.
good wine. That was
Ah,
before I went on the roller coaster. That made the roller coaster even more entertaining because I was all hyped up on wine. But anyways, I was looking through social media. And I see that Lindsay L, the country music artist, posted her pictures there. And that was her that I walked by in the lobby. And I almost walked into their picture there.
and you
She's
almost
like a famous country
photobombed.
musician. Almost did. Out of
Oh,
and it was her getting a picture in front of her statue of her. Just
yeah, that's pretty
Pretty awesome.
awesome.
yeah,
I love it.
that was awesome. And then on the Monday,
Yeah.
we went to Banff National Park.
Yep.
Okay. And then we went into Field, BC, Emerald Lake area on this bus tour. Now, I had this awesome tour guide. Like when we got on the bus and we got driving out of Calgary, he was cracking jokes already. And he pretty much talked through the whole day and cracking jokes after jokes after jokes. Now, I have to say, my favorite joke of the day, as we were parked on the in Emerald Lake there, and these bunch of dudes come walking down the street here, and they're strutting, they're showing off. That's what they do, right? And he goes over the intercom, and you might have to bleep this out just for 2 seconds here, but he says, "Hey, ladies, check out these dudes walking up to the bus on the right side." So everyone's sitting on the bus. We're all laughing and such. And he's like, well, "I think the guy in the orange shorts is an asshole. So I'd avoid him." He said that over the intercom.
Wow. Unprovoked. Shots fired, man.
Oh my goodness.
You know what? That was probably his roommate. It was probably his roommate or his little brother.
No, I don't think so. He didn't.
Random guy. It was just some random guy.
Just some random guys. That was our tour guide.
That's a good tour guide. Looking out for the ladies. Don't talk to that guy. He probably has his reasons.
That's right. That's right. So that was one of and then all the other highlights of the pictures and stuff. And then Tuesday went into Studio Bell, and that is really awesome. Is a kind of a Canadian music museum. All the Canadian music artists, ones that win all these awards and such. And then you have these sets of headphones that you get to put on. And if you've seen Friday Night Trivia before, when the music is blasting, and if I really like the music, I'm a strutting kid in the radio station, strutting my stuff.
Oh, seen you dance. It's a thing.
Yes.
The little Brandon Wiggle.
Brandon Wiggle. And so in the background, we have all this beautiful, nice, peaceful music going on. And then I put these headphones on, and this is like rap, street music, that kind of, oh yeah, hip hop kind of stuff going on there.
I'll let you dance
And the
with that
people
too.
that are walking into the room have no idea what I'm listening to. So that's the best part. While they're listening to this nice romantic kind of soft music going on in the background, here's me strutting my rando strut there in this room. And I look over my shoulder and there they are giggling away. And I just keep on dancing. That's so
Perfect. You're in
and then
your
we
own
had,
world.
I know. And then Wednesday we had the bull riding. And then yesterday the block party. Now the block party. Shall I talk about this?
Do tell that that looked like it got a little rowdy. It looked like it got a little out of control.
Yes. So our block party, we started at about 5 o'clock usually. We go a couple hours in the evening. We bring out all the community, that community who's we have one person, she goes and invites all the people in the community. And I think she invited like 60 people or so. And other people come strangling down for a free meal and barbecue. There's some games and such, and it's a fun time. Oh yeah, and I have to say, I make the greatest, the best ice cream. Oh yes, the what do you call this? Oh no, I forgot what it called. Anyways,
Ice cream soup. Did you make ice cream soup?
it's sort of like that with pop in it. So floats, ice cream floats.
Ah, okay.
That's right. That's right. So we have a root beer floats going, and I look over my shoulder.
Yep.
And I see somebody hiding behind the bushes, taking pictures of us from behind the bushes. We're like, okay, that's different. Is she not coming over here and having a free burger? So then all of a sudden, police officer shows up a few minutes later. And so at 5:25, Brooks RCMP here received a 911 call. So this lady was taking pictures and she called 911 on us to report a barbecue gathering at the Brooks Bombers baseball field, which that's where we were at. And she was concerned of a grass fire. And we had fire extinguishers or anything. It was a barbecue. It was going to start a grass fire, stating that it's possible life and death emergency is what she stated, that somebody could die at this party tonight. Well, so the members moved in and identified the gathering as a block party, community event, and everyone was safe. He also called her back. Now, this is the funny thing. He goes back to his police cruiser there. He calls the lady back and tells her it's all good. We're not gonna do anything here. And she's like, "This is a free barbecue." And she's like, "Really? Free barbecue? I'll be right down," she said. And he comes running out of the truck. He's laughing the whole time. He said, "She'll be right down."
Yep.
I don't think she showed up though. Because I was watching that direction. There's a couple people that showed up, and yeah, it wasn't her.
Yeah, how do you just go and hang out with your neighbors after you phone 911 to report a life-threatening barbecue, a life-threatening steak?
That's right.
Wow.
So that was the first time I've been part of a news release, I guess.
Really? Fair. Okay, awesome.
There we go. So that was my week.
Very cool. That is definitely yeah, no, police showed up at my event as well. It was just a little bit it got quite big. There's a lot of people, and so there's vehicles were parked kind of all over. So police had kind of just doing a little routine check of cruise by an event. They're like, well, some of these vehicles are kind of blocking the road in case emergency vehicles got to get through. So, but they were very friendly, and I invited them to come and join us and hang out. And yeah, I had a good conversation with the officer.
Yeah, we invited them over as well. but they said, well, since the person called 911, probably better safe that we don't go. She
Fair.
might be taking pictures of us since she's taking pictures and such. Yeah.
She's hiding in the
Yeah.
bushes with a camera. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was for us, there was no complaint. No one complained. It was just officers were like checking out public events and just doing the thing that they do. So it was kind of cool. They're actually like, I love seeing cops at events. I really do. I work security. I love seeing them. So it makes me happy. And then I'm always like, come on in, come hang out.
Oh, that's awesome.
Your garden's over there. Beverage garden is over.
Beverage garden.
So that was fun.
Oh,
And added bonus, I got in the dunk tank.
yes.
My first round in the dunk tank was dressed as Count Chocula.
Oh, that's awesome.
I was very happy about that. It was a good day. Count Chocula in the dunk tank, lots of music, lots of food, and tons of cake. Dude, so much cake. It was brilliant. I cannot recommend, like, okay, when you think grocery store cake, you don't really think anything good. But I picked like, okay, I went to Country Grocer, went to local grocery store because I know their bakers are awesome. And
Yeah.
so they did our cake and oh, it was so good. I don't mean like grocery store cake. It was like, as far as cake goes, it was so good.
Oh,
Did not taste like grocery store quality. It tastes like actual bakers who know what they're doing because they do. That's why I went with
that's
them.
awesome.
So yeah, I'm biased. I know one of the bakers who's there, so I'm like, I know what this guy can do. I want you to make my cake, please. So yeah, so that was super cool. There, oh my God, there was so much cake. A lot of people were very happy.
Oh, that's good.
All right,
I brought
yes.
home a lot of leftover burgers from yesterday too, so they're so good.
Have you frisbeed any out the window?
No, but I did play frisbee yesterday with an actual frisbee.
Oh,
While we were getting called for complaints, that's what I was doing, playing frisbee. So dangerous,
you're a menace. As far as being a menace goes, what do you got for super easy questions?
Oh, well, I got one. Which came first, Google or Yahoo?
Yahoo.
Wow, you got that one right off the bag.
I'm old. I remember.
Yahoo! That's
I
what they
remember
say
it.
at the Calgary Stampede,
Yeah.
Not yeehaw, but it's Yahoo. You get in trouble by Harry the horse, that mascot,
Awesome. All
There
right.
you go.
Here's one that I doubt you'll know. Ahem. Ahem. The oldest known human planted tree in the world is what? Is it a yew, a larch, a bodhi, or a cedar?
I'm gonna go with the U.
You going with the yew? Let me guess, because
Yeah.
you don't know what that is, and you're thinking back to that whole sheep debacle from a couple weeks ago. An iwi, a yowie.
Yeah.
This is thrashing out.
I wanted it to be a U. Okay. I'll go with B.
You're going with B, a larch.
Larch.
Are you sure? Is it just because it's a cool sounding word?
Yeah, I like larch trees,
Larch. Well, both are incorrect. The correct answer. If you were going through the list, the next one would have been your right guess with a Bodhi tree. And that was
Bodhi.
planted. Yeah, the Bodhi tree was planted in 288 BC. Oldest human planted tree in the world, still alive, still growing, still Bodhiing it up. And I'm sure lots of kids are climbing it, hanging off of it, and doing whatever you do.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Another easy one for you. This European country has the longest coastline. Is it Greece or Norway?
Ooh. Ooh, it's on the tip of my brain.
Yeah, it is.
Norway.
Norway.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Norway.
Ah! Points don't count until they do. Okay.
Woo!
All right. The world's oldest D20 die was found where? Mesopotamia, the caves of France, Greece, or Egypt?
Oh, we're gonna go with Greece.
You're going Greece. You're still thinking Greece because of that last question.
Yeah.
Fair. Well, also incorrect.
All right, we'll go B.
The caves of France. See,
Yeah.
that's a good guess because the caves of France are where like the oldest cave paintings and like artwork has been found,
Oh yeah.
but it's also incorrect. So
Oh
the,
damn.
the correct answer is D, Egypt. The world's oldest D20 die was found in Egypt and is believed to be approximately 2,000 years old. Here's what
Oh
they were
wow.
doing with it. Like, what kind of cool gaming were they doing?
I don't know. I was gonna guess that one next, actually. But anyways,
All ancient civilizations with super cool history.
super cool history. All right. Here's one. Men are more likely than women to do this on vacation. What is it?
Oh, there's so many good options.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
shave their back,
Ooh. Well then.
pee in a hot tub,
Ooh.
uh, skydiving.
Skydive. Well, I do have some people's answers on here.
Okay, so of the answers that you've got a list of in front of you, give me some multiple choice here to pull from because that is just so open. There's so many things that
Okay. All right.
what the correct
So
answer is.
is it
It's like, you know, so one of
okay? I'll pick some of these really cool answers here.
okay.
Is it A, go commando?
I don't think
uh,
patient specific, but
B, pee in a pool or a hot tub?
one of my guesses.
C, not pack enough underwear? Or D, get a sunburn?
Ooh. Well, I see it with the sunburn. I think that more guys do outdoor jobs like labor jobs, so the chance of sunburn is a little lower with a lot of guys. But at the same time, I think it's more of the office kind of guys who are more likely to take a vacation where they would burn.
Hmm.
Okay, what was C again?
Not pack enough underwear.
I'm going with that one. The lack of
Really?
females tend to pack a lot more, overpack, and guys tend to be a little bit more, yeah, I only need this handful of whatever's in front of me and my coffee and then run out the door. So I'm gonna say that it does relate to underoos because that came up twice. So I'm gonna say it's not packing enough.
Well. The answer is C.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ah, 3 for 3. Okay.
I'm 0 for 3.
You know what? So I'm about to do my third question. If you get this one also wrong, then you are 3 incorrect out of 3. So we're kind of tied in our own on our own metrics here.
Well, we're gonna change that.
All right. So in 1986, Clint Eastwood was voted mayor of Carmel, California. What was his first official act? Was it A, to repeal a ban on ice cream cones? B, to make more dog parks off-leash areas? C, to make crosswalk signals longer so that seniors and disabled people could safely cross the street? Or D, all of the above in one fell swoop of mayoral awesomeness?
Well, I'm gonna go D. At least I get one correct.
That's a good point. So you do get a partial point on that. Would you like to try for another part of a point from A, B, or C?
All right. I'm gonna think it's gonna be Bubba B.
Close, only in that it's next to the correct answer, which is one of the two left. So
Well, then it's C.
oh dear Lord. I love doing trivia with you. I don't know how you do this. The correct answer is A.
Oh man.
So now to clarify, Carmel, California did not technically ban ice cream cones. What it was, they banned any takeout food that did not have full coverage packaging. Since ice cream cone packaging didn't exactly exist at the time, the delicious summer staple was, by de facto, not legally allowed to be sold. So, yeah, he addressed it, and So he changed the wording on how takeout could be sold. So ice cream cones were once again allowed for sale.
Wow.
That is a pretty cool thing to do. Not gonna lie, he legalized ice cream cones in one town that made them illegal.
That's wild.
That's pretty awesome. Good for him.
All right. This one shouldn't be as easy, I don't think. So, first ever webcam stream in 1993. Was it a nature trail or a coffee pot?
Coffee pot.
Yeah, it was a
Yep.
coffee.
It was a DARPA project. The programmers or engineers in the other room down the hall, they wanted to know when the coffee was ready. So they did a little experiment with the webcam, set it up, and that was the first live stream.
Ooh. I guess, yeah, I was only 1 year old that year, so I don't remember that. Yeah.
Yep. I am older than the internet, my dude. So I remember things being magic and new, and it was wizardry. And all of a sudden, the things that were on science fiction TV shows and movies were becoming real. And it was a fascinating thing. And not a lot of people had access to these very expensive magic machines that are now relatively cheaply available. And the piece of junk that I'm running on barely works, but it is still better than the original ones that were available. And it still does way more than any of the first editions that were in people's homes. And added bonus, even with a cruddy, cheap little, barely functional Lenovo, you don't have to write DOS to work it. So put an 8-inch floppy disk in there, or 4-inch or whatever it was, the big square frisbee ones that we used to like whip across the room and aim for each other's eyeballs.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah. Early computer classes were kind of Lord of the Flies, really. Yep. Actually, fun fact, I still have somewhere in one of the drawers at my desk here, I still have a box of the little 4-inch diskettes. I still have them. I just, they're a novelty. They're an archaic little thing that I'm just holding on to because it's kind of cool. It's like having an old typewriter or a telegraph thing. And yes, there's a telegraph on a shelf over there, which I've shown you before. So, going back through ancient history,
Oh, no.
1500s, Incan armor was not made of metal. What material did their army use for armor? Was it A, woven reed, B, cotton, C, hemp, or D, leather?
We're going to go with cotton.
You're going cotton? Well, you
Cotton.
are correct. You got it.
Yes!
Yes!
Finally!
Your streak has been defeated, broken.
Over.
Yeah. Cotton, they used inhumanly tight weave that was nearly as effective as metal armor in terms of being stab proof. It would have been the early Kevlar. That's cool. Good job, Incans.
Well, thanks.
Right.
All right.
Good job, Brando. Dancing Brando.
Caught dancing in a museum a couple of days ago. All right.
Yeah, you did.
Now, which ingredient gives tequila sunrise the red color?
Oh, grenadine. Is it grenadine?
Yes, it is grenadine.
Okay. Interesting. Apparently you're just like you pulled your trivia straight from like my brainstem today.
I guess I did. Next one will be a little harder. I promise.
We'll see. I
Maybe.
mean, I don't really I okay, we'll see.
Okay.
Okay.
5 for 5. All right.
Yeah. All right. I'm stoked. I don't normally do well. So, all right. So which 90s actor was buried in a mushroom suit? Was it A, Dustin Diamond, who played Screech on Saved by the Bell? Was it B, James Avery, Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? C, Luke Perry, who played Dylan McKay on 90210? Or D, Lisa Robin Kelly, who played Lori Foreman on That 70s Show?
Well, we're going to go with B.
You're going B, James Avery, Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil.
Incorrect. Go fish.
Go fish. All right, let's go with C.
Luke Perry, Dylan McKay from 90210 is correct.
Still
He was
got it wrong.
buried in a mushroom suit. Apparently,
Oh,
it didn't work as planned, and they had to kind of address that later. But it was, it was this kind of cool burial concept that he had. It was a suit that was actually designed by an artist who had specifically bred and trained as much as you can mushrooms to eat human matter. So, yeah, how cool is that? A mushroom suit.
all right. Mount St. Helens volcano is located in which U.S. state?
Ooh. I should know that.
You should.
I want to say Washington, but that feels incorrect. Can we have some multiple choice?
Okay. Is it A,
States to pull.
Washington, B, Oregon, C, Idaho, or D, Montana?
Yeah, I want to. It's either Washington or Oregon. I'm lost. I'm going to say Washington. I feel like that's incorrect, but I'm sticking with it just because why not?
Okay. You ready for it?
Washington.
It is Washington.
Yes! Ha ha! Awesome. Mount St. Helens, what year did that pop? Was that like that was in the 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
89?
80, something like that. Yes.
Okay.
I wasn't around for that. So
Well, I kind of was, but I don't remember it. I didn't really affect me, I guess. Or if it did, I didn't notice. I didn't care. I was kind of a kid. Okay. What is the medical term for a heart attack? Is it myocarditis, arrhythmia, angina, or myocardial infarction?
I'm going to go with D.
D, myocardial infarction is correct. Y'all got it right.
Yes.
Yeah. You were due. You were due.
I was. Winning
Yeah.
streak starts now. There we go.
Yeah,
I
it
gotta
does.
get 6 more correct to get ahead. Okay. Here we go. You've described the shape of the clitoris. What object would you compare it to? Is it A, a button, B, a wishbone, or C, an eraser?
Okay, are you talking about the external protrusion of the organ or the actual nerve cluster that makes it up below the surface? Because it does have an external and an internal component. The external part would be described as a button, but the internal component is more like a wishbone.
Oh. I've got to go with.
The entire
All right, I'll just gotta see which one do you think is correct?
Well, the entirety of the organ, like the whole
Oh, yeah.
unit itself, is shaped like a wishbone, and it does have a small protrusion that comes, that's more visible on the external. So I'm gonna go wishbone.
Wishbone. Well, we can add 7 to that streak. It's a wishbone. There you go.
That was an interesting little piece of medical news when that was kind of discovered, which was a fairly recent-ish as far as biology and basic anatomy goes, like the actual connection between the subdural component or the internal elements and then like how it all connected. It wasn't really looked at or recognized in its entirety for a long time until like recent. So yeah. Okay. Going in a slightly different direction. What is a sand smelt? I just love the name. Yeah, it sounds like something you get at like drive-through. The smelt. What is a sand smelt? Yep. Is it a fish, a lizard, a spider, or a bird?
Oh, it's totally a fish.
It is. It's a tiny little fish. They're like, actually, I think they're about 4 inches long, maybe. They're just like these
I've
little...
touched them before.
Why are you petting smelts?
I put them on my hook to catch the fish.
Ah, they are bait fish. They're schooling fish. They're good bait fish. They're awesome for cat food. You can get like bags of dried smelt here in downtown at Chinatown. You can buy like bags of freeze-dried smelts. I think
I've eaten smelt before too.
Yeah, they're just very fishy. I'm not a fan, but I like to every once in a while when I'm making stew for my kitty, then I'll like get like dried fishes and things and just like put it in there and cook it in. Makes this I don't like the smell. Makes my house smell awful, but the cat loves it. And since he lives here too, he has a say in what happens.
Oh, yes. All right. Here we go. You're going to get this one wrong. I just know it.
Well, game on.
All right. 9% of women say this is the top thing they would change about their significant other. What is it?
Hygiene, manners, snoring, back hair. I'm going back to hygiene a second time because that can be a real deal breaker and people get way too comfortable with each other and then just like let themselves go. So what would women change about guys? I don't know.
9%. The low percentage.
Yeah, that's a fairly low percentage. Like the things that I hear girls complain about with their dudes, it's like I don't get it. Like just leave them alone. Like it's
Yeah.
uh chain smoking, drinking. Yeah, there's so many things that girls gripe about. Was any of my random guesses on like were any of those guesses correct? No.
Oh, this is so good.
Yeah, 9%.
9%.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna take a fail on this one.
Yeah. All right. So the answer to this one. So you had a lot of really good answers, by the way. Really good ones.
Yeah.
But the answer I was looking for was their cologne.
Their cologne.
Yes.
Okay.
The stuff that make them smell good, you know. So it's the opposite. It's kind of the opposite from what you said first.
With hygiene.
Yeah.
Grooming and hygiene are they're not the same, but they definitely go kind of they're neighbors. They're good neighbors. They're roommates. They go together. And yeah, I get that one. So okay. Oh boy, yeah. Yeah, I can see it. So okay. All right. So I don't know what the number one most complained about cologne is. I'm curious, like of the ladies who really don't like the way their guy smells, what is he wearing? What is the number one? What is it? The top hated cologne by girlfriends?
Probably
Yeah,
Axe body spray. You never know. Maybe that stuff.
yeah.
That stuff can clear a room pretty fast.
Oh, can it ever? But the weird thing about that is that even with a terrible smell on the right person in the right combination, it can work. Like,
Oh yeah.
okay, yeah, Axe on the right person, Axe can smell pretty okay. Drakkar Noir is just gaggerific, but on the right creature, on the right mammal type creature, it can be pretty awesome.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it's one of those things that's like, oh, you smell good, and oh, ew, it's that smell. Well, how did that happen? Chemistry. Old Spice. Oh, Old Spice on the. But again,
Old
I,
Spice. I'm allergic to Old Spice, so I can't wear that stuff.
that's a good thing.
Yes.
Oh,
It gives me a rash, so I can't wear it. I have to ditch.
well, you're not missing much. It's not a great smell.
No.
Unless you happen to be like, the one guy it works on, but that's still subjective.
I don't think it works on me. No. Anyways,
Not worth it, even if it does.
I use soap.
Soap is an appreciated smell.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, on which continent have the majority of dinosaur fossils been found? Africa, Antarctica, North America, or South America?
North America.
Correct. It is home to the largest collection of dino chunks.
And it's right in my backyard. How about that?
It is.
Dinosaur Provincial Park is right over there. Just saying.
Cool.
It's a cool place.
So you can look out your window and just watch dinosaurs walking around doing dino things.
I could have. Yes. I could have done that millions of years ago. Sit right here, watch the dinosaurs go by. But anyways, I get to look at their fossils instead, and it's pretty easy to tell which one's a fossil. So you go down and you put you lick your finger there, and then you put your finger on the fossil, and if the stone rock sticks to your finger, it's a fossil. If it doesn't stick, it's not a fossil. Did you know that?
No, what do you mean?
Yeah, you give your little finger a lick, you reach down, grab a rock,
Yeah.
and if it sticks to your finger and holds on, it's a fossil. And if it doesn't, then it's not a fossil.
So if it's not a fossil, like what is it? Just like stone or
Just a rock. There
just
you
a
go.
rock? Okay. That's a cool little backyard test for checking out the cool finds that are in your yard.
There you go.
Nice. Well, that's very cool. So have you just been going around like licking dinosaurs?
Yeah. Well, I lick my finger, then I touch dinosaurs. That's what I do.
Well, okay.
With my little adventure hat, just to look like Indiana Jones going around looking for dinosaurs.
That's awesome. Okay. Well, very cool. I just learned something.
There you go.
All right. So, question for you. Daisy and Violet Hilton are twins who were born with which birth abnormality? Orofacial cleft, conjoined, albinism, or acrorenal mandibular syndrome?
We'll go with D.
You'll go with D, the weird sounding one that is a long
Yes.
3-word thing. That's incorrect. Daisy and Violet were born in 1908 and they were joined at the hip and the butt. They were conjoined twins. Medical science being what it was at the time, the doctor kind of estimated that they would only survive for a month, and opted not to try to separate them. However, that wasn't the case, and they actually both lived to the age of 60.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's-
And what's actually also added layer of holy wow is that the reason what actually caused their passing, what they died from, was there was a terrible flu going around. So they both got quite sick. So one of them got sick and passed away, but the other one lived for 4 days, which kind of indicated that they had completely separate circulatory systems and they could have been separated. They could have been separated and lived separate lives, but they did. But that was not known at the time. So but what a wild way to find out, like after the fact, that they could have actually been separated.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's impressive.
it
All right.
is.
I do have another easy one for you. Or it might be easy. It's from the 1990s, so it might be way too easy. But what gaming console did Sony first launch in 1994 to compete with Nintendo?
Sony. Oh, that should be PlayStation. I think PlayStation.
It is
Yeah.
PlayStation. How does that sound go? PlayStation.
That was
PlayStation.
I
Yeah.
think that came out not long or around the same time that Sega had their TV channel. So gaming online, interactive gaming online wasn't developed yet. The internet was still very much in its infancy. So gaming was not what it was on the consoles. Internet gaming was not anything near that developed, but Sega had set up a subscription, like a monthly subscriber kind of setup where there was gaming available through your TV. So you could connect and play Sega games that way. You had to have a machine, and then I was never really clear on how it worked because I didn't do gaming like that at the time. I don't know if I even had a Sega. Actually, no, I would have. Yeah, some gaming, whatever the gaming system I had was. But anyhow, Sega TV was a thing, and that was around the same time. And then PlayStation came out later because there was so much going on that Sony was like, no, we got to get in this. So they kind of threw their little hat in the ring and changed things around. It was awesome. It was an awesome
Oh.
time. Yeah.
That is awesome. Yeah.
Sega TV was a real thing.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
All
Oh,
right.
look.
Okay, so
So my girl
Oh,
started
what? What
what
you
are
got?
you doing?
Nothing.
All right.
Nothing.
We got time for a couple more questions, and then we got to wrap it up and not go over by a whole half hour again, because we have a bad habit of doing that. So, what breed of dog was originally bred in ancient Greece and used in battle, later being adopted by invading Romans and taken to Italy, where they were bred to be companion animals? Was it A, the Cane Corso, B, Great Dane, C, oh, what did I write here? Legato Romagnola, or D, Neapolitan Mastiff?
Huh. Huh. Well, that's a tough one. I think they're all been very tough ones so far tonight. Hold on. That didn't work.
See, I don't know what's going to be an easy question or what isn't. Like,
Oh
some
no.
common knowledge questions, I
Broke
have
it
no
again.
idea. Like, I don't know what your areas of strength are.
Okay. I was gonna do something, but it didn't work. Okay, never mind. I broke it.
Like,
Okay. Anyways, where were we? All right. So I'm gonna say the answer is B.
They're going B, Great Dane, because they're huge and they sound like they would be battle hounds and awesome companion animals that you could ride. And like every other Great Dane is named Zeus.
Oh yes.
Well,
Oh,
that's correct. That is so incorrect. So the correct answer is the Cane Corso. Cane Corsos were battle dogs. They were warrior hounds in Greece. And then when the invading Romans came in, they're like, these dogs are pretty cool. And so they took them home and they took them back to Italy and they were bred and they were companion animals and work dogs. And they're big and beefy and they do dog things.
dog things.
They're good at
That's what
dog
they
stuff.
do.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they do. Yes. Okay. I wasn't doing anything. No.
That's good to know.
I was playing the PlayStation sound, how they say PlayStation, trying to learn how to say that, but I'm still terrible
On
on the YouTube.
the YouTube.
The YouTube. Anyways.
All right, let's do one more question each and then we'll wrap it up and then you can read us out.
Okay. Now, I want to do harder ones. Hold on. Where's my harder ones? We need to do another hard one for you. They've been way too easy for you today. Way too easy. So, nearly 10% of people have done this when relatives come to visit. What is it? This is good.
Oh, hide their shame in some capacity, clean up, put up a picture of Jesus. I don't know. I don't really have family. I don't know what people do when family's coming over.
Huh. So this is a low number. It's 10%. So
Yeah.
It's gonna be something wild on the wild side. Just saying.
Yeah, see, I kind of went with hide your side chick, but I don't know if family is really who you. I mean, I guess if your family cares what you do, I don't know. I don't know what people. I don't know what people in families do. I was hatched.
Yeah.
I give up.
Well, the answer, you'll like this one. You'll like this answer. The answer is sleep in a tent.
When family comes in,
hide.
I sleep in a tent.
To hide from the family. There you go.
Really? Cool. Okay. Awesome. If that's what you got to do to hide from your family, then good on you. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. I appreciate this. Okay. Which of the following eats their mate after mating? Is it A, a mantis, B, a black widow, C, green anaconda, or D, octopus?
Well, we're gonna go with the Black Widow.
You're going Black Widow. Are you sure about that?
Actually, the octopus. They're kind of gross, aren't they? Ah, wiggle their things around and
That is a good
hey,
guess.
get over here.
Both are good guesses. Both are good guesses. And actually, both are correct. All of those animals listed eat their mates after mating.
Oh, well, about time I got something correct tonight.
So one one of the things I was reading is that with the spiders, there is a breed of spider that after mating, if the female doesn't eat him, he will jam himself in her mouth until she does. He insists on it. He does not take no for an answer. It doesn't matter if Girly is full and she's had a big meal or whatever. She is satisfied. She had her sandwich. She had her pot roast. He will just not let up until she eats him. This is
that
like
is
a
awesome.
design flaw in nature, but it's a weird spider trait. Some breed of spider of a breed of type of black widow insists on yeah.
And then the octopus does what I just said. Yeah.
Yeah, mantises, black widows, green anacondas, and octopi. That's what they do. That's how they roll.
How they roll. Hey, I ate my friend today. Sorry, guys. Well,
I have to eat my partner. We had a great date last night and it's over.
there we go.
Okay, perfect. Want to end it?
All right. You've been watching. You've been listening to Friday Night Trivia. Brandon Hauk, Imogen Bailey. We even had Frank McDonald. We had some dude who popped on and didn't want to chat, so he got kicked out. That's how the show rolls around here. That's usually how it rolls. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. We'll chat with you again next week.
Good luck on our horrible questions if you're playing along. I hope you all are giving yourselves prizes because we're not.